Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Motherhood with Beauty. And if you're new here, my name is Beauty Oyekachi. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you're a return subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be listing the things I wish I knew before I became a mother. And for some people that don't know, I'm a new mom and also a first time mom. Okay, these are the things I wish I knew before I became a mother. These are the things I wish somebody sat me down and told me, not just telling me, but keep reminding me every now and then. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okay. So guys, I wrote out these things on my jotter. This I wrote this on the 29th of May 2026. So I'm just going to be reading from my jotter because I don't forget anything. So the first on the list is that motherhood starts from pregnancy. You start being a mom from when you were pregnant because every of your actions, every of your decisions now depends on the health of your baby. Like you don't just eat anyhow, you don't sleep anyhow, you don't do things anyhow, you don't even wear what you want to wear. Everything you're not doing, your actions, your decisions, it now depends on the health of your baby. Okay, so guys, the number two on the list is that your life changes forever. Like you lose your old self, the old self that you're used to, you lose her forever, and you're not getting her back. See, but the good thing is that a more greater and more robust version of you emerges. So just embrace that version of you and do not mourn your old self. At a point, I was mourning my old self, but I came to realize that it doesn't make sense because I'm not getting her back. So this is me telling you, yes, your life will change forever. Yes, you will no longer be the old you. You'll be a new person. It's like you start learning your new self again. Okay. The third on the list is that motherhood is a big deal. So marry well. Marry a partner that understands that motherhood is a big deal. Marry someone that knows that being a mom is not an easy job and it's not a one person job. And so we are doing this together. Okay? So guys, number four on the list is that you need help, like a lot of help if you can afford it. You need help. You cannot do it alone. If you and your partner cannot do it alone, especially that newborn stage, like you need a lot of help, and you need to be aware of that before time so that you can start making plans for the help that you need. Okay, so the number five on the list is that motherhood is a ministry. Like me, I would define motherhood as God says, let's make man and raise man together. So you cannot afford to do motherhood alone. God requires a godly seed from you. Therefore, you need his direction, you need his leading, you need his guidance to be able to raise and nurture your child. So do not do motherhood in isolation. You need the wisdom, you need the leading, you need the direction, you need the guidance of God. The next point on the list is that you need to build a level of spiritual capacity before you give birth. When you have not built a level of spiritual capacity and you become a mom, your spiritual life is just going to be zero. But when you have a level of spiritual capacity, even as being a mom, because it is so overwhelming that sometimes you want to pray, to study the word, to spend time with God, you don't even have that luxury of time. So, but if you have built spiritual capacity before time, it becomes part of you. So, even no matter how overwhelming things are with being a mom, you will always have time to put it in. Like, you will always put it into your routine, even if it doesn't take as long as it does before you became a mom. I don't know if you get the point, but you need to have a level of spiritual capacity before you become a mom because it's going to help you to stay on track. Okay, so guys, the next on the list is that motherhood can be overwhelming sometimes, but God has given all mothers the grace to pull through. And always remember that God is the one that chose you and deemed you fit to be the mother of your child. He saw that you were fit to be the mother, so God made you the mother. Okay, so the next on the list is as a first time mom, the newborn stage is the trenches. There is no way I'll be able to explain or put in words what you're going to feel, what you're going to experience in the newborn stage because it's a lot. You just have to experience it by yourself. But what I will tell you in preparation of motherhood is that you just need to put things in place to make the work lesser or to make the experience less difficult. You just have to put things in place. And what are the things you have to put in place? Helping hands. You need to put helping hands in place so that it can be more easy for you and your partner. Okay? So the next point on the list, my love, is that being a mom will affect your relationship with your partner. Things will no longer be the same, but it takes intentionality, it takes understanding for you and your partner to still be able to bond. But it's going to take time because the newborn stage and before the baby becomes a year or so, a lot of things are just going to be happening. Your emotions, your mood, everything is just going to be affected, and in return, it affects your relationship and your intimacy with your partner. But it just takes understanding and intentionality, like I said before, for the both of you to get through. So, yes, know this ahead. And this brings me back to my previous point of what marrying a partner that understands. Okay, if not, this can lead to a lot of problems. Okay, then the next point from the list is listen to experienced people more than you listen to people in the internet. See what I wrote here. I said listen to advice from the experienced people around you more than the internet and resolve to your maternal instinct and the spirit of God in you. Even as you are listening to experienced people, you are listening to people in the internet, resolve to your maternal instinct. Because all babies are not the same. All babies do not have the same personality. So what works for mom A might not work for you. So it now boils down on you to resort to your maternal instinct. Like you get a lot of advice as a new mom and as a first time mom. So you decide the ones you will stick to and the ones that work for your baby. Okay? Okay, the next point I want you to know before you become a mom is that all babies have different personalities, and you are not the one that will decide the personality of your baby. So, what works for other babies might not work for your baby. So, it is your duty to discover the personality of your baby and the things that work for your baby and adhere to them. Okay? The next point on the list, which is a very important point, is that as a mom, learn to pour into yourself. Find ways, let me just read it. As a mother, find ways to pour into yourself because you cannot afford to operate from emptiness. Practice self care, and self care does not need to be extravagant, it does not need to be luxurious. Self care can be you bathing with your choice of soap, bathing with your choice of scrub. Self care can be, for me, the way I point to myself when I feel so overwhelmed is in the bathroom. I will use my choice of soap, I will use my choice of scrub, I will use my choice of cream and body oil, and also doing my skincare, that is doing my facial routine. It just makes me feel better. It's a process of me pouring into myself, and this is also self care. And you polishing your crusty nails, making your hair, wearing the clothes you want to wear, and also eating the food that you want to eat. These are self care, okay? So it doesn't have to be extravagant, it doesn't have to be luxurious. It's just doing the things that you really want, like that is for you alone. You get the point, okay? So the next on the list is that motherhood requires a level of financial stability and capacity from you as a mom. Take this point very serious. You need a level of financial capacity, you need a level of financial stability before you become a mom, because there are things you want to get for your child too. You also want to support your husband in taking care of the child and giving the child what the child needs financially. Okay, so bonus point, guys. Build your wardrobe before you become a mom or while you are still single. Build your wardrobe with lots of free outfits, boo-boos, because that is what you'll be wearing more when you're pregnant. When you're pregnant, you need outfits that are very free. And because I'm one person that love to wear free outfits, so I already had them in place and it helped me very well during my pregnancy. Then after pregnancy and you are not breastfeeding, you now need the boo can no longer serve except there's a way for you to bring your boobs from the boo because you cannot be in public and be raising your boo up to bring out your breast to breastfeed your baby. So you will need a top and a skirt, a top and a trouser, two-piece set for when you are breastfeeding. Okay, so just build your wardrobe. So my loves, as that is it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was insightful. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next one. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share to an intending mom, okay, and share to single ladies too, because they will learn a thing or two. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Bye.